Guys, I sure coming at you today in Clash Royale. We got my man Ian on the channel, #1 in the world, no big deal. Dude, Ian's #1 in the world like every other freaking day. Check out his YouTube channel. Awesome content creator, great guy, great Clash Royale player. He's been on the channel probably about 20 times throughout the last 6+ years. So today we get to go ahead and enjoy his gameplay, the matches that took him to #1 inside the world. Give Ian a follow. I already mentioned that, but give him a follow, guys. Give him some support. Good dude. Anyway, welcome to the channel, guys. How are you all doing? I'm doing fantastic. I'm about a half an hour or so gonna go watch my son in soccer practice. That's cool. His first kind of organized sporting event. It takes me back to the good old days. I was in soccer. I was in youth soccer back in my day from like, I don't know, age 6 all the way. I played it through high school. The only sport that I played in high school was soccer. So yeah, pretty fun stuff. Living in the old man's shoes, you know? It's either way, I'm really looking forward to, no matter what he does, it's just really cool to be there to support him. So that's what I got going on in my life. The streak continues here. I'm eating well, I'm doing well. I'm 12 days cardio and 11 days gym streak going on right now, so I'm feeling pretty good for the most part. A little tired, but overall pretty good. How about you guys? How are you all doing? I mentioned this the other day, but I have like some annoying hacker on my other YouTube channel. Not a hacker, scammer on my other YouTube channel, so that kind of sucks. I hate to see you guys, my loyal viewers, being taken advantage of. That really sucks. But otherwise, life is feeling pretty dang good. We got NBA season starting in just a few weeks here, so I'm really excited about that. I'm a diehard Boston Celtics fan. For those of you who don't know, if you see me at a game, come and say hello. A few of you already have. Or if you see me at a local, establishment checking out the game, feel free to drop a line. All right, guys, let's get into the gameplay here. We got Ian, obviously watching from his vantage point at the bottom of the screen. So you've seen this deck before. It's not a new deck. It is the Mighty Miner kind of faster bait cycle deck. But how do we become #1 in the world? How do we be the best in the world? Well, simply, just be as good as Ian is. But also, let's go ahead and look at his kind of tendencies. Let's look at his decision making. Let's look at when he's going in, when he's attacking, and when he's defending, and when he's playing the Mighty Miner and such. So here we are, just cycling to another Goblin Barrel. Of course, whenever we have the Mighty Miner on the proverbial arena, then we have the opportunity to get that really sought after 3-card cycle. Pretty much the case in every single champion deck is do not sleep on the 3-card cycle. I mean, I think all of you know it by now, but that's one of your biggest advantages. That is why champions are so OP in this game. So OP that, a matter of fact, a number of people think that they're kind of ruined the game, or they took Clash Royale out of its, golden era, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, guys, 4 seconds remaining here inside regulation, and a nice damage lead from Ian. I went with the background today. You guys see what I'm talking about? Like the no green screen? I kind of like it. Someday I'll show you the entire office. Ooh, exciting stuff. So we go now in overtime. We go in with the Rocket because we are in spell cycle neighborhood here. We know he's going to go in with a big graveyard push. So we have the Mighty Miner Johnny on the spot at the ready at the bridge to meet up with the Giant. He zaps, but we hold on that log till the zap comes down, and then we have that cannon putting in work. We do take some damage, but hey, we have Rocket in hand, and look what card Ian has selected. The GG's comes down. That's going to be a good game. A victory for Ian. No big deal. All right, let's really pay attention to the next one here, guys. So let's go in this one here. Was this the one I just showed you guys? I don't think so. All right, he's got the Executioner. Oh, he's got the Queen. Okay, this is a cool matchup here. So we have Fire Spirit selected in the hand of Ian. Thank you, by the way, for the feedback in yesterday's video. I asked you guys, do you like replays from top in the world on ladder? Do you like live matches and grand challenges, or do you like live ladder matches? And really, as expected, the feedback was pretty much split. A lot of you guys preferring all 3, so that's what we're gonna do. So Fire Spirit and the Cannon able to defend against those Royal Hogs, at least momentarily. Actually, they did get the job done. We still go ahead and use that log. I want to pay attention to how tightly, if you will, Ian defends, especially in single elixir time. And in that situation, he went in right there with the log. Also going to help us cycle to a princess, where she drops at the bridge, and we're already back to a fire spirit. We have it selected right now. You see the opponent's hand is kind of weird with the queen and skeletons and a couple, building in a spell. So Alex looks like he's just going to go ahead and split skeletons in the back, and he does in front of the king tower. He has that queen at the ready. He goes with the queen in the left-hand lane. He has the royal hogs selected. We go with the mighty miner, same lane as the archer queen, and here comes the royal hogs. We go ahead and rocket. That was a wise rocket, knowing he has earthquake in hand. So had we used the cannon, well, we would have definitely had to use the fire spirit and the log. So I like the opportunity, or like the decision, excuse me, just to go ahead and utilize that rocket. So we switch lanes with the mighty miner. We're not going to go ahead and parlay him with any sort of big push there. We do know that he had skeletons in hand, so a nice predictive log, also getting some chip damage on the tower that Ian was going for. So that seems to be a good decision, even though we didn't hit any skeletons. Here comes the split royal hogs this time. We go with a high cannon, and we go with a princess to help clean up here. See that high cannon, obviously being able to evade the earthquake. No matter where he placed it, he wasn't going to get any tower damage with that placement. Going in with the goblin barrel in the right-hand lane. We're into double elixir time, about 10 seconds in. Log comes down. Here comes a fire spirit for the opponent. Meanwhile, the queen, or the princess locks onto that left-hand tower, and the queen comes down. He goes ahead and he uses the queen ability. We push that queen back with the log, as well as hitting those royal hogs. Skeletons, nice timing. No damage on that left-hand tower. Log comes down. Gonna hit nothing, but we do get some nice damage with the goblin barrel. We go in with a princess there, and the hogs come right down on top of her. She does get one final hit on the hogs, so really, really nice job there. Now he's going to essentially, arguably waste an earthquake. Obviously does nice crown tower damage, but allows us to go in with another goblin barrel, keeping the pedal to the metal here with 8 seconds left in regulation. We go with another princess. So in this matchup in particular, really aggressive with those princesses at the bridge, right? I mean, that's as good. Even if you can get one shot, getting, a ton of damage there. You're taking 2 shots, and that's better than, fireball, right? So here comes the royal recruit coming down. A naked earthquake is placed by the opponent. We go with the princess. Again, I keep calling her the queen, man. We go with the rocket. That's rocket value there. That's rocket value against the fire spirit. But now the opponent has an opportunity here with the queen and the elixir advantage. We go with the mighty miner right-hand lane. We go with a high cannon. Even despite the opponent's cannon, we're still going to be able to defend here really well. Again, a beautiful delay on those skeletons just to keep them alive momentarily. Then we place that cannon to distract the queen so she will not lock onto the tower. Cannon on cannon action here. And another rocket. Rocket cycle time. Ian, you dirty, dirty dog, you. Here we go. It's going to be a earthquake coming down. We push those hogs. Stay away from our right-hand tower. We're sitting on a pretty healthy 600 or so damage lead here inside this contest, going into triple elixir time. All right, we throw that goblin barrel right-hand lane. Here comes the fire spirit and the log. Opponent not messing around here. And here it comes, Fire Spirit surviving, as well as a Fire Spirit of our own. Hey, nice job with the log Fire Spirit. We go right in with the rocket, not messing around. Skeletons block the Fire Spirit from making contact on our tower. Already back to another freaking Fire Spirit. Unbelievable. We throw another Goblin Barrel. We have rocket in hand. We have it selected. The Royal Delivery comes down, but this is going to be GG's. Another one in the books. Gotta defend a little bit here, right? Gotta defend a little bit. We send in that log in the right-hand lane. Now down to 40. One more log will do it. We send in the Goblin Barrels, just being relentless here with the pressure. And those Gobblers do not connect, but we have log back in hand. That's going to be GG's with only about 11 seconds left on the clock. Well played, Ian. Man, oh man, Ian is a good player, huh, guys? Is he not a good... Wait, Ian, you only shared 2 replays? Oh, no, he has more. My bad. Little bit of a panic. Sorry, Ian, love you. All right, here we go. We're back at it here, guys. All right, so this one, watching from the vantage point of the opponent here. Another different deck, going with the Fisherman. I forgot what this is. Is it Royal Giant or is it Royal... it's gotta be Royal Giant with the Fisherman, right? The dude had a Mega Knight in his banner. But, you don't show the card that you're gonna play in your banner. No one does that, right? Actually, most players, I think, do that. Even me. But I probably shouldn't. Anyway, here we go. On top ladder, everybody knows what everybody's playing anyway, so it's, largely irrelevant. Do you guys like that banner update? I'm not trying to be a hater. It's cool. I'm sure some people like it, but for me, it's a big nothing, you know? No offense. I'm sure the artist did a great job and stuff like that, you know? But just not my cup of tea. As much as I love, you know, the visuals and aesthetics of the game and the characters and kind of the IP of Clash Royale, for whatever reason, the banners just didn't, the fly-ins just didn't really, you know, it wasn't a big game changer for me, right? And not to say that it was meant to be a game-changing update or anything like that. What about you guys? Any of you guys really into it, collecting and stuff like that? I guess it appeals to people who like to collect stuff, right? And I guess in this game, you know, I gave up on collecting all the emotes a long time ago, so it is what it is. I kind of go for what I like. You know, I see a banner or whatever that I like, I'll go for it. All right, so we go with the opponent goes with a Royal Giant in the back. Ian has his cannon selected. He goes quickly with the Mighty Miner and then the cannon and the 1-2 punch. The Mighty Miner is going to finish off that Royal Giant, and he's going to switch lanes. Dude, Mighty Miner OP, bro. Oh my word. Mighty Miner like almost single-handedly took out the Queen, the Fisherman, and the Royal Giant. Little help from the cannon too, but wow, that was really, really adept defense there by my man Ian on the defensive end. And the well, he garners the well played too from the opponent. Here comes the Goblin Barrel. He goes immediately with that signature Princess at the bridge. He goes in with a log at the same time. I like that log, recognizing that in this matchup, you know, it's not imperative that we keep a log in hand, such as it was in the last one against those Royal Hogs. So certainly identifying the deck that you're going against is going to be pivotal when playing a deck like this, right? In terms of how you support the Princess, where you play the Princess, and how aggressive you are, just generally speaking. So the log comes down this time against the Princess. We have that cannon again selected. This time we go low with the cannon. We go with the log to buy a little bit more time against the Royal Giant. Another Royal Giant comes in the opposite lane. So we go with the Princess. We have cannon selected. We're going to go ahead and utilize that cannon. But this time the Royal Giant does latch on to the Princess Tower, only momentarily for one shot, but the Fisherman finishes off that cannon. So nice job there by the opponent, really striking and jumping into the ever so slight damage advantage here. All right, so we have Princess selected. He's going to log that Princess immediately. We go immediately in with the Goblin Barrel, then we have the Skeletons and the log against that Queen. He goes ahead and he activates the Queen ability. We're going to place that Fire Spirit the last second. Queen won't get any damage onto our tower. We have a Royal Ghost coming on our strong side tower. Going to surround with Skeletons and rely on the Princess as well. We go with the Mighty Miner to intercept that Fisherman. Nicely done. And again, you know how Ian immediately is throwing that Goblin Barrel? Oftentimes, basically, not when the defense is over, the successful defense, but rather when he knows that he's not going to need a bunch of extra stuff on defense. So he knows, okay, I can defend this, send in the Goblin Barrel. So here it comes, going to be a log. We got 2 cannons down. We have a Royal Ghost on the first cannon. It looks like the Royal Giant's going to attach onto the strong side tower for a couple hits, weak side tower for 1 hit, and then again we go with that barrel immediately. The opponent's still 1 card away from the log, so we outcycle the log and it results in a couple hundred damage, vaulting us back into the damage lead. This is a really intense match here, guys. Fisherman pulls the Mighty Miner away. He's pulling everything away, man. Fisherman's on a tear right now. We surround that Royal Ghost with the Skeletons. We attack with the Goblin Barrel. The opponent fireballs, then we go with the Rocket. Triple elixir time, it's time for Rocket Cycle. Now the opponents are going to get really, really aggressive here. He goes with the Queen, Royal Ghost right-hand lane, Royal Giant in the left-hand lane. We go in again with the Mighty Miner swap lanes, going with the Goblin Barrel. Log comes out of hand for the opponent. We log back the Royal Giant. Here's the Royal Giant number 2. We go in for another barrel. Skeletons, and okay, 1 rocket, and it's going to be GG. They place the high cannon. Log comes down, but so does the rocket. Incredibly well played there by Ian. Man, that was a match, guys. That was a match. Let me go ahead and show you the final replay that he shared here. I'm going to show you this one in double time, and then I'm going to really bother you guys by playing this deck myself. All right, so here we go, guys. Going against a very interesting deck here. Ian goes with the super juke barrel. He gives it oops. Not the end of the world, of course. So we go in with the Fire Spirit and the Princess attack. The opponent comes in with the Night Witch. Interesting deck from the opponent. It's Graveyard Night Witch with the Bowler. I like this version. I haven't seen it in a while, though. Nice to see something that's a little bit different right on top ladder. Princess at the bridge. Arrows immediately respond to, but we do get 1 shot on the Princess. Nice thing is, too, is if you start playing those princesses rather aggressively at the bridge, your opponent's just going to get antsy, and they're just going to start cycling cards in front to distract, even if you're not playing the princess. So you can kind of get in their head a little bit, right? So you're seeing that when he has Skarmy and we use the Goblin Barrel, we're going to usually parlay that with the log, as we saw in the opposite, or the first push, and we're going to send that log in, or excuse me, we're going to aim that barrel at the front of the crown tower, right? So here we go, setting up with the cannon and the Mighty Miner, as well as the princess. Giant comes down opposite lane, but we swap lanes with the Mighty Miner. He's so good at swapping lanes for value, guys, isn't he? Does get one giant hit, but again, princess right there, Johnny on the spot at the bridge. Going to go ahead and make sure that bowler is redirected, and here comes Mighty Miner again. He's going to swap lanes. Going to go ahead and get some damage against that giant. Check out that Mighty Miner, dude. He finishes off the giant, and just what a strong card, man. What a strong card. Again, log cycling here to get a pretty nice 300-400 damage lead here in the right-hand lane. This time Snowball comes down, and so does a Graveyard comboed with a Night Witch. We go ahead and respond with a log. Skarmy able to respond to the Goblin Barrel. We go again with that cannon there on defense, and here comes another giant reloaded by the opponent. We go Mighty Miner, cannon as well. We log, and Graveyard does get some nice RNG there, and he picks up the damage lead here, the opponent. Here he goes immediately with that giant. We extinguish those bats really quickly. We log, we cannon, we fire spirit. Everything we've got, we throw at him here. So now all we need is a log and a rocket. We have 2 cannons down, as well as a skeleton or 2. Oh my word. Here we go. 3 seconds remaining. Log, fireball, 60 HP. Wow. What a game, guys. What a game. And I miscalculated. We need a little bit more, but we win on the tiebreaker there. Man, oh man, oh man. What a fun deck. Here we go, guys. We got my man Mammoth. Mammoth. All right. Let's hit him with a Goblin Barrel to start things off here. So you're telling me you got a witch. I have no rocket in hand. That's a bummer. Gonna go with a princess. Let's go with the old Mighty Miner here. Oh my god, these skeletons. See if he decides to respond to this or if he lets it go. Send in the Goblin Barrel again. I don't think I need to worry about a NATO here, so I can stop going safe spot. He zaps. Hopefully he goes with a Witch here. I'm going to go with a Princess at the bridge, pull an Ian here. Remain aggressive. Really wish I could have hit both of them there, but... Oh, I do! Don't mind that log, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't think I was going to hit both. The log was supposed to be for the Witch. That was a bummer because I threw the 2 elixir away that I, you know... He has Fireball. He has Zap too. I'm just going to go with a Princess to clean up the guard too. He's going to get a couple hog hits though. That kind of stinks. So he has a nice damage advantage here. My man Mammoth. What is he going to do here? Witch in the middle again? What is he? Yep. His favorite play. The old Witch in the middle. All right, let's see what he's going to do here. Fireball, okay. Mighty Miner. Try to get some 3-card cycle action going. Princess in the back here. Cannon high. Goblin Barrel. Skeletons to protect, as well as a bunch of other stuff. We're going to do Princess to snipe here. Going to go ahead and pop the ability. Opposite lane. He's going to send in the Hog Rider, I'm sure. Let's log these guys back. And we can just rocket this again. Okay. He goes with the weirdest freeze known to man. And we love it. Fireball is going to go to the Princess at the bridge. Cannon for the Witch. And the witch doesn't come. There she is. Okay, another princess. Let's keep sending him the barrels. Let's go double princess opposite lane. Goblin barrel. Hit him with a log over here. Fire spirit. Okay, mighty miner. Cannon. Goblin barrel. Not too worried about the freeze, and my man's just really aggressive. With the fireball there. All right, hey, it's a GG's. I'm not number one on ladder like Ian. I'm really, really low, but it's still fun to play nonetheless, guys. Give the deck a try. Thank you so much for watching. Massive shout out to Ian. Again, you can see his player stats and profile. Thanks to StatsRoyale.com, and you can follow his YouTube channel, all in the description below. And give the deck a try, guys. You'll be an ace too after you watch the gameplay of the great Ian, not yours truly. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.